Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase and another one we're gonna bring on another reasoning for the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through. But on like the reason and of course on like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Now nation, residents along with the councillor for the Granville division, Michael Troop, are calling for an increased police presence as the community death toll rises to 15 following the drive-by shooting and Guns Drive that took the life of a prominent community member known as Romain Scott. Now nation, sources from the community are saying that Scott's death is linked to an ongoing gang feud in the community. The JCF also confirmed that reprisals has added to the increase in the murder rate in the community and that at least one individual a day has been slain in the community in the past 3 days. Now nation, the administration in power has pointed out that if we have a reduction in Big C cases or an increase in people who get their job, meaning vaccinated, we can have face-to-face schools again and see some sense of normality. But truth be told, if we cannot get a reduction in the crime rate and the spike in violent crimes taking place across the island, sense of normality, think about it, separate and apart from these protocols being put in place by the administration, these lockdowns, these curfews, these communities are still being plagued by crime. An issue that this current administration now want to talk about. The councillor for this community himself has said that this latest drive-by shooting has renewed his call for a zone of special operations in the division, pointing to the fact that crime and violence is still the biggest concern in his community, not Big C-19, which of course is a worldwide issue. Truth is, just a zone of special operations is not enough. We now have no investigation team. We now get to the root cause of these community issues. And when majority of these raids are conducted, the individuals they are in search for are never the ones locked up, are always civilians, law-abiding civilians, and for them they them disrupt. Innocent youth gone up in a truck back. These are situations that help to destroy the police and community relations. And when zones of special operations are implemented in communities, are those JDF soldiers forward out? There are no investigators to investigate the matters where take place. Hence, no clear solution can be found. The council and the residents have pointed out that what take place and a spike the death rate in the community is that the gang them a go at it, and each time one faction take the life of the other faction, there is a reprisal. So it seems never ending. Now St. James is a parish that has always been in the spotlight. One for tourism and also for situations like this, crime and violence. Now people have always pointed out that the crime and violence that take place in some of these communities have never really affected tourism. But while that might be okay for the government, what about the residents who reside in the parish? Are their lives not have any value? So they must say, as long as nothing take place on Gloucester Avenue, nothing take place at Pier 1 and Margaritaville, everything is alright. Well, me have news for you. There have been occasions where the violence have spilled over onto these prominent tourist spots. And if you notice, that is the only time there is any major call for concern. Only when there is that tourist aspect. Only after parish council and the government experience financial loss. Only then is the government concerned with the situation of crime and violence taking place in St. James. Now the residents of Granville are saying that them can't stand for that. Based on how the current administration are talking about these protocols being put in place to save the lives of citizens, you'd feel like them with a concern about the crime and violence where I take at least one individual a day. I'm not talking about put them on ventilator, I'm talking about life gone. Now the council also said he's calling for a permanent police post to be implemented in Granville. Now the council was quoted as saying the community is without a police station because it was burnt down about 3 months ago. He's saying he's calling for the government to have one built or to use the community center as a base. Now nations, let me say, the issue of crime and violence is something that the government should be paying strong attention to. Seeing that even after the world fully recovers from what is taking place with the big Sh00ting and the protocols and the different types of protocols being implemented worldwide, the crime and violence that take place on the island are going to always threaten the stability and the economic growth of the country itself. The government talks of investment and the creation of infrastructure, but there will be no major investment from foreign investors if violence and the rate of crime is not minimized. And the focus, we must say, the current administration have put on the big Sh00ting, I have never seen them put that strong focus on crime. But nation, more ask you something. More know what you feel like. If you feel like enough is being done where the issue and the topic of crime and violence is concerned, do you feel like or agree with the residents of Granville who are saying that the current administration has shifted its focus from something that has been a situation that has been an issue for citizens of the island and even returning residents and even visitors for decades now? Even though there are island-wide curfews in place, and even within those curfews, certain communities are still under special zone of operation. And still, 2021 is still a record-breaking year where crime and violence is concerned. Talk to me in the comment section. The Granville community located in St. James, residents along with the council are saying that the community is experiencing one a day, meaning one resident is being slain a day. When the administration says sense of normality, that can't be the new sense of normal for residents. People of Jamaica can't feel comfortable knowing, say, watching in your community, one individual is being killed a day, and that is just normal. No. The council is asking for a permanent police station be placed in the community, and residents have agreed. I'm also a call for Zozo. None of the residents have agreed with that. That might just be something from his own personal view, but definitely having a police station there is something that the residents now want. As I said, the latest slaying of 28-year-old Romaine Scott has brought the death toll in Granville to 15 in a matter of weeks. Currently, again, crime and violence has taken more lives in this community than big Sh00ting. And based on the statistics, the same can be said for all 14 parishes in Jamaica right now. Crime and violence is still the leading cause of death on the island. Nothing else. There are other causes of death, but leading cause of death are still crime and violence. Talk to me in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about the focus of the current administration. As I'm say right now, the Ministry of Justice, Health and National Security have combined their efforts in tackling the big Sh00ting problem. But I said the one called Jaden Chase, the dancer correspondent, the Gaza representative. I say I'm reminding you now, if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and post a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel for the reason. Join the discussion, comment section 24/7, never lack here. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. We can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. You know the something go. And for those who don't, you wanna move settings, fam. And we no need no ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours, of course, we wanna live, love, and prosper until we reason again. You know something good? Drop a like, bust a share, use up the comment section. Up move settings.